Ahsoka Tano, Anakin's snarky Padawan, a fan favorite and a fighter. Ahsoka has been around long before Disney ever took over. She is known as one of the best characters in Star Wars and is heavily featured among the not-so-great female character lineup. But where did she start out? Why was she hated by fans? Well, we're gonna talk about it in this video. Back in 2008, Star Wars The Clone Wars the movie was released. A lot of people were shocked by one of the new additions to the canon. A snarky young Padawan learner who was pretty keen on becoming a Jedi Knight. Her name was Ahsoka Tano. She is credited to be Anakin's Padawan for the Clone Wars and beyond.
I'm Ahsoka? Master Yoda sent me. I was told to tell both of you that you must get back to the Jedi Temple immediately. There's an emergency.
She's just about as brash as him, which was a good fit.
Isn't with me.
Stop calling me that! You're stuck with me, Sky Guy.
She's also another Togruta to be featured in the Star Wars universe. The first two being Shakti and Ashla. Speaking of Ashla, she was originally going to be Anakin's Padawan, but Dave Filoni changed her name to Ahsoka and adjusted her design to be more interesting. We're not really sure what happened to the Ashla in the Attack of the Clones. In the official canon, nothing is followed up, and there's probably something in Legends, but I have yet to look, so yeah. To be honest, I wasn't really a fan of that brown dress she was wearing, or the fact she didn't have stockings on. It kinda looked awkward anyway. I'm more of a fan of the final design. She looks a lot more like a Jedi. But later on, she takes on the name Ashla to keep a low profile from the Empire in her own novel, Star Wars Ahsoka. It's really interesting how they referenced that name and made the callback. I really enjoyed that part of Ahsoka's own novel. She was also going to be 11 at one point, but that was changed to her being 14 instead. Because, you know, being a child in the war like that is a little questionable, to be honest. It would be a little odd, so I'm glad that was taken care of. Ahsoka also half made the whole backhanded lightsaber pose famous, the other person who uses it being Starkiller or Galen Merrick, ironically also Vader's apprentice. Honestly, in the beginning, I thought they were going to fight each other after the Clone Wars ended. That would have been cool, but Disney ruined our dreams, so... She wasn't really liked by a lot of people at first. She was seen as annoying or childish or overly sexualized, which that last one kind of stands, but at the same time it's her species culture, so you can still argue it. But regardless, I wasn't really one of those people. I loved Ahsoka from the minute she walked out onto that ship to the part she came back as Gandalf Ahsoka. She was a very special character to me. Her snarky personality and her outgoing nature really resonated with me as a person. I think at the time I wasn't a very social kid. I didn't really know how to express myself at the time, and I think I can mostly blame my love for making Star Wars fan characters on Ahsoka. I always wanted to be like her. Anytime I'd play Star Wars in my backyard, I'd always imagine myself as her because of how strong she was and how pretty she was. I think she influenced how I act a lot today, because she made me want to be a Jedi, as cheesy as that sounds. This is really getting mushy. Anyway, she was always really cool, and I always make a point that back when Ahsoka was first introduced, it was normal for Lucasfilm to make really interesting female characters. I feel like Ahsoka is the shining example of that. Let's look at some of the actual stuff that makes her great, and stuff that she lacks that prevents her from being a Rey or a Mary Sue. For one, she was pretty well thought out from the beginning. She had a good personality, she was kind and sweet, but she's also snarky and can let her temper get to her sometimes. A Jedi isn't supposed to really lose their cool, so it definitely shows that she's not like any other Jedi that are around her. And Anakin also rubs off on her and molds her personality in a way. She makes actual mistakes, like not listening to her masters when they're trying to evacuate the battlefield because they're about to be overrun by separatist forces.
You are putting your troops' lives in danger, young one. You will get on the gunship when we arrive.
Where's Ahsoka?
Following your teachings.
Is she winning?
for now. She's not stopping.
Land in front of him.
What are you doing?
Get in the ship, now!
Can't you see they're retreating?
They're about to overrun you, Ahsoka. You just can't see it. Now follow orders and get in the ship.
She spends the majority of that episode making up for it, or the time where she loses her lightsaber to a weapons dealer and works to fix it. Another thing she isn't invincible either. She can be beaten so easily, like the time she had her butt kicked by Cad Bane because she got too cocky and underestimated him. She only gets stronger because she works for it, and she isn't given anything. Her overall design isn't bland either. I always found it interesting how she grows up over the course of the Clone Wars and how her design changes with it. We also get to see how her species develops over time. In Rebels, she's just as great as a character and is probably the best characters in the series, second to Rex and Kanan, and also Hera. I swear, the most hype moment in that series was when she faced her former master Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. I swear, just seeing the shock on Ahsoka's face when she hears Anakin's voice from Vader.
Ahsoka. Ahsoka.
Anakin. I won't leave you. Not this time.
Was just the best moment in her story, and it was so amazing, and I loved it to death, honestly. Or the fact that she refused to leave him again was so heartbreaking because everyone knows that Anakin isn't coming back anytime soon. I thought it was a good way to end her character, to be honest. I don't think they really needed to bring her back after the Battle of Endor because honestly she had done her part story-wise. I'm still excited to see where she goes next, because she's a really fun character to be around, and I can't wait to see her in Season 7, The Clone Wars too. And I'm not the only one, because she's grown on a lot of people. And I'm happy about that. Like, I felt for a long time she's kind of underappreciated, to be honest, or underrated, but that's in the past now. She's just a legendary character, and one of the best examples of a female character to date. Hopefully after Season 7 airs in February of next year, we get to see where our favorite Padawan goes next. But for now, I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but I wanted to do something positive this time. Alright, bye.